Hello everyone, Victor here from Mapster again. I'm just going to go over a cool feature we have in our Mapster WordPress Maps Pro version, which is mass editing. As the name implies, this lets you edit a whole bunch of features at once in terms of their style, which really speeds up the management of your features, your map, the items on your map. Otherwise, you're kind of stuck going one by one, which is a little bit. For smaller maps, it's okay, but when you have a big map with tons of stuff going on, that is a little overwhelming. So we got here just like a basic map where I have a whole bunch of stuff on it. There's actually multiple of each of these because I was doing some testing with them. So there's tons of markers on this. There's probably 240 or something like that on this map. So here it is. Here's one of the examples of one of the individual ones. We just have everything on defaults, just plain old marker, black, whatever. So if I head into our mass edit section, I'll just refresh this. We can start from blank. We'll see here we can add by category or select individual features. We're going to add by category, and this category is called More Test Parks. So now I'll be making changes on the right-hand side that will apply to every single feature that has this category. So we have points, lines, polygons. Points corresponds to locations. I'll probably change that, and this will probably say locations when you're looking at it. But locations, lines, and polygons, and pop-ups. So we do have each feature type, each geography type, and then also have pop-ups, which exists in each one of these, but that kind of keeps it organized. So you can select on here if you are used to making one of these locations, lines, or polygons, you will recognize all of these. So if you're at all unsure what one of these things is, I would just recommend that you come into this interface and take a look at what they are, just so you don't accidentally apply the wrong style. Now, if you want to change some information, by default, no information will be changed. You just select edit this data, and then you'll pick, the new thing you want. So I'm going to want to change them to circles, and you can see this options changed when I set this to circle, just like in the actual editing page. And I'm going to make the radius really big. Let's make it 15, and we're going to change the color to a kind of, I don't know, let's see, a yellowish sort of color. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now if I was to hit mass edit, that would just rock all of them at once. So that's cool. We're going to take a quick look at pop-ups because that's something that's really nice to be able to edit on mass. So we'll want to click edit this data, make sure this is tied to yes. If we want to enable pop-up, we may want to set the pop-up template. We can do that. There's interaction data, change it between click and hover. And then we can set the text, which is pretty awesome that we can do it this way. When you're editing a ton of features, typically you're probably going to want that text to be dynamic. So that touches on a subject in another one of our documentation videos, which is more about dynamic pop-up text and also similar to our category filter. In this case, you could just write in whatever, like header, but if you wanted it to line up with that other feature, which has to do with like dynamic properties, you would use something like this, like property name here. And if you had either an advanced custom field with this field ID, or if you had like a property on it imported through like a GeoJSON. It's a little complicated if you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you want to just check out the pop-up dynamic thing, and those same options will apply here. So that way you can mass edit these, and the header text will still be different for every one of them based on the feature itself. So that's quite useful, and then you can change any other options. So okay, so let's go ahead and we'll just hit this mass edit, and it gives us a warning, and then we'll get a loading, and it's quite a few features, so it's gonna take a moment. There we go, edited a whole bunch of them. First, let's reload this page and see if this one looks different now. So there it is, it's a circle. And then we'll reload our front-end map, and we'll see they have all automatically changed. There they all are. So that's the mass editing feature. So have a blast. Hope it works well. And as always, just get in touch with us if something seems to not be working. Thanks very much.